our philosophy of giftedness can basically be summed up in this one sentence. Giftedness is not based on age, sex, disability, socioeconomic status, family status, race, or culture. And when we came up with our full philosophy that I'll give you in just a second, we kind of pulled from 3 different theorists, the first of which was Gardner. And the ideas that we pulled from him were that you can't define a set of characteristics and call them giftedness, and that's the only paradigm that you fit in. They can be varied. And also you can be gifted in more than one area, not just academic, and you can't test them all. And you have to nurture it for it to happen. And the second theorist we pulled from was Renzulli. And from him we really liked the revolving door identification, the idea that you can be tested in kindergarten and maybe nothing shows up, but you test again in, say, 2nd grade, and all of a sudden it's there and you can identify them at that point. So we really like the revolving door identification. We also really identified with the idea of task commitment. We all agreed on that. And again, it must be nurtured for it to happen. And the last theorist that we pulled from was Gagne. And from him, we liked that giftedness is innate. You're born with it, but it also does develop. We believe that. And like him, we believe that it must be nurtured via the development process. Things have to act on it, to make it happen. So if we were to put up our philosophy on a district website or something, it would probably read something like this. We believe that gifted students are a heterogeneous group. Giftedness is not based on age, sex, disability, socioeconomic status, family status, race, or culture. There is no single definition of giftedness. It is not solely an academic function, but can be displayed in a myriad of ways to include creative gifts. These gifted learners display above average ability in one or more areas as well as task commitment. We believe that giftedness, or the potential to display giftedness, is innate, but it must be nurtured and enriched. We also believe that giftedness may not necessarily immediately present, so identification via the revolving door model is crucial. Any gifts that a child displays should be nurtured appropriately to help them realize their potential. Not all forms of giftedness can be tested, so our program will approach each child holistically using a portfolio for identification. This portfolio will potentially contain verbal and nonverbal assessments, rating scales, and/or performance-based assessments, whatever suits that particular child. Once identified, they will have access to differentiated instruction within their general education classroom and may also participate in pull-out programs to better enrich their curriculum and learning opportunities. Many programming options will be available to suit the gifted learner's diversified needs. Gifted students have unique social, emotional, and academic needs that will be tended to in the gifted program in ways that suit them specifically. After all, everyone's needs are different. By approaching the gifted child holistically, they will learn to break through stereotypes and rise above obstacles to meet success.